So the UFC has announced, or supposedly announced, the fact is they're not going to be using those new gloves that they showed off for so long and bigged them up. They're now all of a sudden, really at the last minute, changing the gloves back to the old gloves. And you wonder why, because the reason, as it states here, is still unclear. So shout out to Uploads for the Soul. This was the funniest comment for me. The MMA Guru's cousin, the MMA Shaman. I don't know if you watches Matt and Shane, but that, you got the shout out, mate. You got the bloody shout out. Now, this also came from Errol Hawani. So through his sources, he has said, UFC has informed the fighters competing on Saturday's 309 card in New York City that they will be using the old gloves, not the new ones introduced back in June, per multiple sources. Okay, so it's still unclear as to why they are changing the gloves back. Now, I've saw some comments from, I think it was a female fighter, saying that the knuckles and the gloves were too thin. Don't get hit. But there's a good comment here from this guy. We all know the reason. Statistically, there were a lot less finishes with new gloves and more decisions. Went back, and this past card only had 3 decisions with 8 finishes. I swear to God, like, I get to an end of the sentence. I get to the end of the sentence, and I blue screen. Wait, so this past Saturday night fight, they used the old gloves? Pretty sure, if you look up stats since new gloves were introduced, KOs dropped by over 25%. Everyone was even tweeting on Saturday if they were using the old gloves. If I had a coin for every Jon Jones event that significantly changed last minute, I would have had 4 coins. So Jones can freely eye poke. Oh, I mean, that's... It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder how much did Jon Jones have a say on this? If he didn't want to use the new gloves. Has he used the new gloves? No, he hasn't. So he'll be going into a fight using gloves he's never used before, the same as Stipe. But we know Jon Jones loves to throw up, now all of a sudden, fits if he doesn't get his way, and he wants to play the old guard. So he obviously wants to use the old gloves because he's used to them. Come here, Stipe. We need your eyes again. DC got you. I need him again. I don't know if Jon Jones had anything to do with this. However, it does seem quite suspicious if it wasn't the last card didn't have the old gloves. That wasn't even a sentence. If the last card, the fight night, didn't have old gloves and still use the new ones, why is it now getting changed at 309? And it is midweek. This was released on a Tuesday. The fights were on a Saturday. So why would they change that? And someone said about, oh, they should have got Trevor Whitman's gloves. I saw a TikTok or a video or something like that where the person exposed Trevor Whitman. Joe Rogan always goes on about how Trevor Whitman is this mastermind behind gloves and equipment. And actually he got the equipment, apparently, supposedly, through someone else. They taught him how to sew the gloves and all this stuff. And then they, didn't give any credit to him. And it seems like Trevor Whitman is taking the whole idea that he's the innovator of this glove, where it was from someone else, apparently. Which is interesting. But I don't know. I don't know why they changed the gloves. Look, if they didn't do it at fight night, why change it on Tuesday? And it's a Jon Jones fight. Do you think Jon Jones has anything to do with this? I have a feeling he does. I think he's throwing a little baby fit in his latter years of his career, or the latter year of his career, the end year of his career. I don't think he's ever trained with it. Well, maybe he's trained the new ones, but he's never used them in an actual fight. I wouldn't be surprised if UFC make up some BS as to why they're not using the new gloves, and actually it comes out that Jon Jones has said, I don't want to use them. I can't do my specialty. I can't. Oh, how am I meant to do that in these gloves? Dana, change this. Woo! Change it. And also, Tom Aspinall, keep him away from me. I want Alex Pereira next. And then Dana's just gone, okay, Jones, you got this. So, that was a terrible joke. I'm so depleted of energy. I don't know how we're gonna get through this. This seems a bit weird to me. Let me know down below what you think. Cha-cha-cha slide.